great. I've been a member for 6 months and have really enjoyed getting to know, the coaches, the other members, and just learning about CrossFit. It feels really good to be recognized in this way, and I really appreciate it. I work with my family, with my father and my brother. We have our own business. It's called Albert's Awning and Upholstery, and we fabricate awnings, marine, canvas, and furniture upholstery. So we've been doing that since 1972, or my dad has. So that's that. I've been around the sun 42 times and still spinning. I like all kinds of music, folk, blues, jazz, rock, bluegrass, country, and for me, the band that puts all that together and boils it down and has the best sound, for me, is the Grateful Dead. I'm a Deadhead. The one thing that I think most people don't know about me here at OTG is that I like to sculpt and make art. I have a degree in fine art and currently in the process of building and outfitting a studio on my property in Egg Harbor Township, and just in the process of putting a shop together. And materials I like to work in are metal, stone, wood, just a few of the materials I like, but well, it was kind of interesting the way it kind of ties into the gym is, the first time I walked in here and did a workout, I started looking at all the equipment and I started thinking, all the different ways that, the sculpture process is similar to, the way that things were fabricated and made in the gym. Like the pull-up structures, the welded steel, the kettlebells are cast metal, the barbells are turned on the lathe, and the process in which all those things are made are kind of come together for me in here, because those processes and the process of working out is trying to create something greater than the sum of the parts. So what I like to think about here is just everybody in here is trying to sculpt themselves, essentially, if you think about it in a certain way. I'm into all kinds of sports. Growing up, I was into all the different, ball sports, baseball, soccer, football. As I got a little older, I started getting into the board sports, surfing, skating, snowboarding, wakeboarding. I've been a surfer for over 30 years, and with my sculpture background, it kind of led me into making my own surfboards. So I pretty much exclusively just ride my own shapes, and tends to be a little more satisfying, riding your own equipment when you're out in the ocean, having a good time. I like a lot of things about OTG. I like the coaches, the other members. They make this a unique and special place to work out. I like the programming, and it's nice to be able to just come in and there's a workout planned. I know I'm going to be taught how to go through the movements and get an intense, fulfilling workout. First thing that I actually tell people when people ask me, how do I like CrossFit and how do I like OTG, is I tell them that OTG is very inclusive, it's diverse, and all the people are really interesting, and they all come from varying, backgrounds. And the older I get, the more I tend to want to be around different types of people, different kinds of people from those different backgrounds. And it's important for me to be a part of a community that supports diversity and inclusion. The other thing I like, from a competitive standpoint, I like how CrossFit is scored, it's timed, you can catalog all the workouts and performances and kind of go back in time and kind of see how you've progressed. And there's a real competitive spirit inside the box. And I'm a competitive person, and there's a lot of fit people in here that push me to learn and do better and improve myself. I enjoy anything involving the pull-up structure. I just recently started doing muscle-ups, so I'm working on linking all those types of movements together. I'm completely new to weightlifting since I joined the gym. It's really the first time I've ever lifted Olympic-style weightlifting techniques. I'm trying to understand the mechanics of all those movements. In general, I don't really have one particular favorite movement, but I just try to keep an open mind about all the different movements and trying to just be open and receptive to how I can transition from one movement to a next in a workout. And I just kind of trust that over time, the technique and the mechanics will evolve to where I can link everything together and just be more proficient during the workout. Some of my favorite things to do outside the box would be working in my studio, surfing, reading, seeing live music, hanging out with friends, traveling, and in particular enjoying a perfect cappuccino on a Sunday morning with my girlfriend Lauren. My advice to a future OTG athlete would be to either sign up for a free trial or take the mindset of, just taking 2 weeks. Before you even walk into the gym, just decide that you're going to do 2 weeks worth of work and maybe do 8 workouts in those 2 weeks, and just really commit to that. And I guarantee you will notice the difference in your body. 2 weeks is also enough time to kind of understand the vernacular and the acronyms that CrossFitters use, and it'll also give you, a sense of the space and the way things are laid out and how each workout is kind of, how it progresses through the hour-long class. Just for perspective, when I started, which was back in December, I did a free trial. I weighed 195 pounds, and the only exercise I was getting at the time was, occasionally when there was surf, and I would go surf. I had lousy sleeping habits. My lower back always hurt, and I just wasn't feeling very good. So I decided to give it a shot, and I really wanted to, before the Christmas break, take the 2 weeks and just really go for it and see if I liked it and if it did anything for me. And I ended up signing up, and long story short, about 4 months later, I built up muscle and then finally lost weight, and now I weigh 180 pounds. and I'm a lot leaner, I'm faster, I feel better, my back doesn't hurt anymore, my sleeping habits are much more improved. And you know, they say, you know, time is the measurement of change. And if you give yourself enough time and put in the work, you know, you'll see the benefit and the changes to yourself, to your well-being. The coaches and the staff, everyone here really takes care of, you know, even the other members. Everybody takes care of each other here, and you know, just work through the process and put in the time, and good things will happen.